The other day, I cut myself to see if I still bleed. Unfortunately for me, I still do. I'm still human, physically, but spiritually, there's nothing human about me. I feel so elevated, and thank goodness for this. And mentally, I'm much more tougher than I ever been. Chosen in this season of isolation, let's point out the obvious. Chosen ones are not human, and I'm sure this statement doesn't sit well with many. How dare you say this, especially religious cats? You know what I mean? Hey, if you don't like it, take it with our God. After all, our God is the God that made us who we really are. You know what I'm saying, guys? And chosen ones are not human, and most importantly, chosen. Let me share with you how to exercise your God given right. Yes, yes, and yes. Yeah. Oh, hello, beautiful people of the world. This is Lula, and welcome to Awaken, the ego within chosen ones. If you haven't subscribed by now, you are missing out. Check me out on Insta at Awaken the Ego. The link is on the channel. Now, guys, let's talk about something as chosens you might know, and also you might not know. Now, the reason why I say this is like, you might not know this, guys, with your conscious mind, but subconsciously, this is the things that you communicate to the world. This is the reason why many fear you, and this is the reason why many accept you, admire you, and this is the reason why you separate yourself from this world. You know what I mean? At the beginning of your life, you know what I mean? At the beginning of your journey, when you communicate this, guys, this is something your friends or your family does not welcome. This is something that when you know that you're an ego, you try to spread your wings, but they say, nah. They say to you, you're human. You know what I mean? This is something that you've always known within yourself. Timeless you are, even when situation was like hard and tough, you've always known that you're much more than your situation. You've known that you're elevated, and God has elevated you, and truly, you're an ego. And what is this? And this is the fact that you're not human. Physically, you're human, but let me tell you something. There's nothing human about you. You know what I mean? And this is what you communicate energetically. This is why everywhere you go, all the staring, all the straighten up the shoulder, guys. This is why your life is always like there's never a dull moment in your life, guys. This is why some people act like they've seen a ghost or they've seen something strange whenever they see you, because you are an extraordinary person or you are an extraordinary spiritual being. I have even refused to use that word human being anymore. Guys, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And most importantly, chosen, today, guys, let's talk about how to exercise what God has given us, which is our right completely. You know what I'm saying, guys? And let's get down to the video. You know what I mean? Chosen, you're not a human being. You're a spiritual being that's been elevated more than others, and you are a wonderful thing. I should just say a thing. All right, now forget all that. Now, guys, let's talk about how to exercise it. First thing first, guys, you exercise your God given right by always going into your imagination. You know what I mean? Now, I've shared in the past that your imagination is your uniqueness. Your imagination is your father's domain. Your imagination is your father's house. In fact, as the scripture says, when they told me, or when somebody said, I'm going to my father's house, I felt so happy within me. I felt joy coming from within me. Some of you say, now, is mosque your house? No. Is it a synagogue? No. I know. It's a church. No. Guys, your father's house or your father's domain is your own wonderful imagination. As never Goddard put it, guys. Your imagination is your real identity. Your imagination is the God in you. Your imagination is everything that you are. This is part of the reason why the world hates you guys. This is part of the reason why you do not fit in anywhere in this world. Because you are not human because of your imagination. You know what I mean? I even come to accept that when it comes to admiration and admiring somebody, people should not admire people. You know what I mean? But people should admire that person's imagination. As the imagination is the reflection of God in that person, and all the glory goes to our God, guys. You know what I'm saying? So every time that you go into your imagination, you go beyond yourself. You forget that you're physical, and your imagination takes you to a place like that is out of this world, guys. Understand? You are exercising your God-given right. Understand at that moment, guys, you are much more than a human. At that time, you're a spiritual thing. At that time, guys, you are elevated more than you know. At that time, you are more than you think that you are. Now, let's go to the second point. Chosen, what is it that doesn't make you human, even though you wear this coat to roam around? You know what I mean? I was listening to this other guy, he was a spiritual man, and he said something to me that made perfect sense to me. You know? Somebody has asked him, if you're a spiritual being, why do you need this physical? Like, why do we come wearing this physical thing? He said, so we can taste and touch things. You know what I'm saying? Now, that is the only human thing that is about us. You know what I mean? Now, as far as going to exercise our right, the second thing, guys, that we got to do is to create. You know what I mean? Create, guys, because God has made you more than human. Your creation, guys, is something that elevates you. Now, what do you create? You create something that you imagine. You know what I mean? Now, every time you go to your father's domain, you know what I mean? You go beyond yourself. You see things within you that humans don't see. Now, when you do this, guys, when you see these things, the next thing to do would be to create this thing and to bring it to life. In fact, as people of God, as chosen ones, this is our main challenge. You know what I mean? People have different challenges, but the chosen ones, we always worry, or we always work on how do we articulate things that we see within ourselves to bring it out to life. You know what I mean? This is what we consistently worry about. This is what we consistently work on, guys. Now, every night, or whatever it is that I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm always in my mind, I'm imagining how I'm going to create my videos and things that I'm going to take. But now, I have to sit there and articulate how I'm going to bring this thing into life, which is creation. And let me tell you something, it brings me so much joy. You know what I'm saying, guys? This is more than money. This is more than anything, guys. And this thing, guys, put me to bed like a baby. In fact, when I don't do this, I feel like I have not done anything for that day, because you know why? I have not exercised my God-given right. You know what I mean? When I was on vacation for the whole month, I was enjoying, of course, I was seeing new things and doing things that I was not doing. But then there was something missing. I was not fulfilled. Why is that? Because I was not creating, guys. You know what I mean? Now, there's so much of God in you. After all, you're being created by God's image. You know what I mean? You are God because God lives and dwells within you. Therefore, you must create, chosen. You must create things that you imagine. You know what I mean? Now, what can you create this morning? I mean, today, or whatever you're watching from, or whatever time you're watching this. Are you gonna create some dish that's never been created? Are you gonna go create a song? Are you gonna go create a video? Oh, look at these two brothers. I'm always like checking them out because they're out here going crazy, especially this morning. When I came, they were all dancing. What are you gonna create, chosen? Because that is your God-given right. And doing that every day is your nature. And that is how you exercise it. You know what I mean? Now, last but not least, is to speak things into existence. Yes. Speak things into existence, and it shall be. You know what I mean? Now, when you are fully aware of who you are, when you know you're God's chosen, the way you use your words, you become, or you think clearly, or you become very careful about it. You know why? Everything that you say, things that you speak, will come to life. Once you really know who you are, guys, you're gonna understand your words have so much power. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do, chosen? Chosen says, I can do all things through God that gives me strength. And now the world says this as an ego. The world sees this as somebody who has so much ego. But no. Chosen ones know something others don't know. Chosen ones know he's being given right to speak things into existence, guys. You know what I mean? Whatever you speak about shall come to pass. So let me encourage you, in case sometimes from time to time you forget who you are and you speak negatively about yourself or others, especially after you become your own, guys, your words become very powerful. Chosen, let me tell you something, you're a big deal. When you speak negatively on somebody, that word might even go to hurt them. That's why you're so accepted everywhere you go. You know what I mean? When you speak so positively, your words have a power to impact people. Your words have power to inspire. Your words have power to really break chains, guys. Because you know why? That is your God-given right. That is how God made you, wonderfully and beautifully and timeless. Timeless, really you are. You know what I mean? When situation gets hard, not according to you guys, it doesn't matter what you're going through. Chosen ones never see as their problem as anything, because subconsciously, even if you don't know this consciously, guys, subconsciously, you know these things. Subconsciously, you know you are much more than your problems, guys. Subconsciously, you know that God has made you above all these things. So your words have so much power, guys. And let me just encourage you to use the wise. So, Chosen, what are you going to speak on today? What kind of things are you going to speak into existence this morning, guys? You know what I mean? Now, should I keep on going? Nah, that's enough. Okay, now, go fly my eagles. All right, good day. Bye-bye.